Come in.
Any word from Macy?
No, my love, not yet.
I was thinking about going home.
Oh, don't. You can't.
Sally, we can spread the word about this tomorrow.
I'd rather do it tonight, please.
What's wrong with tomorrow?
Well, I'm naturally anxious. I don't want to wait until tomorrow. Tell my daughter we've set our wedding date.
Yeah, I'm sure Macy's going to be thrilled about this one.
Give Macy some time. She'll come to accept it.
She's going to have to.
Listen, why don't you have a cup of coffee and just relax, huh? I'm sure she'll be back in a little while.
Where'd she go?
Well, she's out on a date, I hope.
Well, I hope he brings her back soon. I have things to do at home.
Packing?
No, that wasn't what I was referring to.
Well, our wedding is less than 3 weeks away, remember?
Yes, it is. June 22nd.
Oh, just think of it, Clarke. I've been remembering the time we first came together. All those years ago, remember? I took one look at you and I knew something had happened. And it's still happening. And it's real and it's binding. And now it's finally come to this. I guess we always knew it would, didn't we?
Yes, we should have.
We're going to be a very interesting couple, you know? A very successful couple. Very handsome. Well, you're going to look like a movie star in your wedding tuxedo, and I am certainly going to try to make a vivid impression. That day is going to be wonderful, darling. It's going to be the best day of our lives. The beginning of something fabulous. I know just what to do. I know how to make you a better man than you ever dreamed of being, and I know you're going to make me a happy woman, a very happy woman.
The most beautiful girl in Southern California, here in my arms, on a beautiful summer night, and you ask me if I'm happy.
Yeah. Want me to ask you again?
Of course I'm happy.
Good.
What about you?
I'm delirious.
That's all? Just delirious?
If I was any happier, I think I'd be illegal.
But there must be some concern.
About what?
Well, there has to be some motivation to your question.
Yes, I'm a little concerned. I know your family's going through some heavy stuff right now, and I know it must be affecting you.
Well, it is, but I don't let it affect us.
You're able to separate the two?
So far, yeah.
I wonder if that's good.
Why do you say that?
Well, I don't know if I want you to separate me from other parts of your life.
Well, you do the same thing with me. I mean, you never talk about your family.
My father's been dead for years. I told you that.
I know, but what about your mother? You never talk about your mother. Is there a reason why?
Well, she's not here. Her car's not even parked out back.
It won't be the worst thing if we don't see Stephanie tonight.
No, Brooke, we drove all the way up here. I'm damn well going to talk to her.
Honey, will you please try and keep cool?
How can I do that? This woman has managed to completely and totally disrupt my life. And now she's being so damned elusive.
Eric, it wouldn't be a good idea to talk to Stephanie in this kind of mood. So please, calm down.
Here she is now. Mrs. Higgins. What are you doing here?
Well, Mrs. Forrester called. She asked me to come over and close the place up.
Close the place up?
Yes. She left just a little while ago.
For where?
Well, she said she was going home.
I see.
Is there something wrong?
No, no, not at all. Thank you. Go ahead. You can leave. All right, come on. Let's head back.
Back where?
Back to the house.
Eric. You're not gonna still try and see Stephanie tonight, are you?
Yes, I am. I want to talk to her tonight.
Does it have to be tonight?
Well, I would much prefer it had been last week.
Me too, but it wasn't last week, and tonight you're very upset and frustrated.
Yes, yes, I am. She's doing this on purpose. She's eluding me.
Yes, she is doing this on purpose.
Oh, well, she's going to stop doing it.
Why? Because you're gonna tell her to stop, or threaten her, or God knows what else? Eric, don't you see you're playing right into her hands? She wants this. She wants to irritate you, to see you miserable and unhappy, because that's exactly how she's feeling. Look, this isn't gonna resolve a thing. You and Stephanie are just gonna fight and lash out at each other, and nothing's gonna get resolved. Please don't do it. Don't let her pull you into this. I'm asking you, at least wait until tomorrow to talk to her. Do it for me, for our future, our baby.
All right, yes, there is a reason that I don't talk about my mother.
Well, what is it?
She's going through something right now.
What is she going through?
Well, there's this relationship with this man that she's in love with.
And you don't approve?
No, I wish I could. I really do. Mother really wants this. But this guy's...
Was he bad news?
Yes, he's very bad news, especially for her.
Well, why?
Well, he's very young. He's very charming. He's extremely good looking.
So far, he sounds great.
He doesn't love her. He's just using her.
How is he using her?
Well, she's promised him something.
What did she promise him?
Well, I seem to have worked myself into quite a romantic state here.
Let me get you a cup of coffee.
Coffee? Well, maybe, but, couldn't we come up with a more interesting idea than a cup of coffee, huh?
Sally, you'll never guess.
Excuse us.
What are you two doing here? I thought you went home hours ago. Go on, it's late.
Wait. Before you leave. Sally and I, we have an announcement to make.
Oh, what announcement?
We're going to be married.
On June the 22nd. It's wonderful, isn't it?
June 22nd?
Of next year?
No, Saul, this year.
So what's the big rush?
What rush? We've been planning this wedding for months.
Long engagements are back in style. You didn't hear that?
Yeah, why don't you guys try living together first? See how that works out.
Wait a minute. What's with you two? What is with his attitude,
You know, it could be worse. I could be firing both of you.
That day will come, I'm sure. when you start running this business.
I'm going to be running it, Saul. Clarke Garrison Originals.
That's what you're really after. You don't care about anybody else. All you care about is yourself.
That's enough, Saul. You said enough. I think you both better go. And when I see you again, I hope you might have an apology for Clarke, hmm?
Yeah, you ought to be ashamed. Sally, Saul and I, we're going to clash, and I'm warning you, it won't be pretty.
I'm playing right into her hand. You hit the nail right on the head. She expects me to show up at the house with all three of the kids there, and she expects me to make some kind of a stupid scene. Stephanie would love it if I did that.
But you're not going to, are you?
No, I'm not going to do that. But it's not going to be easy.
Was that Macy I saw driving out?
Yeah, it was, unfortunately.
Why, unfortunately?
Well, we were going to grill some steaks, and then Mother called us from the car phone.
She did.
Yes, she's on her way back. She should be home within the hour.
How's she sound?
I'm not sure, which is why I think we should both be here for her tonight. I asked Macy to please just give us some time alone.
Well, Macy sure left here with a twinkle in her eye. You two out here alone, huh?
Yeah. Too bad we had the telephone out here. Well, you're home kind of late. What's happening at the office?
I had a unexpected visitor.
Oh.
Bill Spencer. Could have killed that guy.
Listen, my love. Why don't you let me worry about Darla and Saul, hmm?
Those two are subversives, especially Saul.
They're nothing of the sort.
I'm telling you, Sally. They're trying to tear us apart. They won't be happy until they do it.
I can't believe you're really threatened by those two.
I just don't want to be looking over my shoulder all the time.
You won't have to be.
Yeah, I remember you said that. But the first time they try and pull something, they're gone.
I told you, let me handle it. Now listen, suppose we get back to a more pleasant topic of conversation. Perhaps we could discuss what we were talking about, or maybe what we were doing, just before those two came in and so rudely interrupted us. What do you think?
Yeah. What was that?
Let me think. Oh, yeah, I remember. Come here, I'll show you. Macy?
Listen, I can leave.
No, nonsense. Come in. Clarke and I have something wonderful to tell you. Go ahead, Clarke, you tell him.
Yes, Clarke, by all means, tell me.
Your mom and I are getting hitched.
So what else is new?
Well, actually, we set the date for the wedding, honey.
You did? When? Far into the future, I hope.
Is a couple of weeks now far enough in the future for you?
It's June the 22nd.
A day that will live in infamy.
Macy, I think the proper form is for you to wish the bride happiness and congratulate the groom. Please? For me?
Yes, I think a nice kiss on the cheek is the appropriate response.
Congratulations, Clarke. You did it.
Well, I guess you two have a little talking to do. See you tomorrow, Sally.
Night, darling. Macy, I know how you feel about Clarke. I know how everybody around here feels about him. She said nobody understands him and nobody knows him like I do. But nobody's ever going to want him as much as I do. So, what you see here is one of the happiest people on earth tonight. Try to keep that in mind, will you?
Bill Spencer came to see you at the office.
Yeah, in all his pompous glory.
Well, what do you want?
To hassle me about my wife? Why wasn't I with her in New York? Am I treating her right? That sort of thing.
Uh-oh, and you lost it.
Thorne, I came that close.
Well, would not have scored points with Caroline.
I don't have to score points with Caroline. We're in love and we have a great relationship.
Still, Ridge, if you'd hit her father.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. You know that guy had me followed? He knows I had lunch at the club with Brooke.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. So you know what I did? Told him exactly what happened. Told him I asked Brooke to marry me.
Mother, I know you're happy. And that's all I've ever wanted for you. But to marry Clarke?
Give it a chance, will you, Macy? That's all I ask. Give him a chance. He'll come through.
He'd better.
He will. So now, how about you? Where were you tonight?
I was at the Forsters with Thorne.
Very good.
Mother, I'm beginning to feel extremely uncomfortable about my little secret.
It's understandable, honey. You and Thorne are falling in love. It's natural that you want to share everything with him.
Maybe it's time I told him you were my mother.
No. No, Macy, listen to me. Wait a little longer, hmm?
Mother.
Listen. Please, just a little longer. Get to know the family better. Get to know Stephanie Forrester a little better. Let her get to know you. I cannot emphasize how important this is. That woman is the key to everything. If she approves of you, everything and anything is possible. Even a wedding with Thorne. But if she's against you, then no matter how much Thorne loves you, she's going to fight you. And believe me when I tell you, believe me, that woman is not someone you want to have as an enemy.
And on that fine note, I'm going up and taking a shower.
Thorne, one more thing.
What, about Spencer?
No, something more important. Something I want you to do for me.
Sure, what?
This thing with Clarke, his involvement with Sally Spectra. I've been trying to ignore it, but I can't. Now, if he is engaged to her, and I assume he is, then he had to have been seeing her while he was still working for us. Now, if that's the case, then God knows what that could mean.
You want me to find out what the story is?
Could you do that?
Sure.
Get on it right away. I don't have to tell you that if he was seeing her while he was working for us, then he could have jeopardized our entire operation. I want to know. So find that out, will you?
Yeah, I'll go to Spectra first thing in the morning. And I won't give him a call beforehand. I'll just show up.
Good.
I'll have something for you.